Hello. Welcome back. Steaks Puzzle Corner. Oh, why isn't that going? There we go. Steaks Puzzle Corner. It's Saturday. Starting a little bit late, but we're going to go back and do some more Heaven's Fault. I'm enjoying it so far. Speaking of the story so far, Aaliyah and her Robot 6 have found the smoking wreck of Janaki Renba's ship, along with a final message intended for Professor Miari. The roboticist was looking for the Vault, an ancient observatory he believed to hold the only hope of preventing a darkness from overtaking the nebula. But why had Renba been hiring laborers to dig on a moon near Elbereth? Meanwhile, Aaliyah has found something else. A crude map pointing to the unknown moon. Will it explain what brought Renba to the Cyclones? Yes. So I am enjoying it so far. It's not quite my regular thing. Like, it's a little bit more story adventure based than it is sort of deduction. The translation is just sort of happening automatically rather than me having to think too hard about it. But I am enjoying it, but it's not... I don't think I'd put it in my top list of things that I've played recently, but it is fun. And I definitely want to keep seeing what happens. Right, we had just like hired this guy who had broken his arm, and he led us to the dig site. Hello? Just mountains of sand. We won't find any buildings here. They'd be buried. There are none. So we can leave too? Sorry, I'm gonna make sure my OBS is listed or open. Is it dangerous here? Yes. The sand is too soft, things fall over. Oh, let's just start exploring, I guess. What is this thing, Yazzie? For lifting. This is how we ran the winch. There are tracks running from it. Made for a cart, I suppose. Someone is building something? Not exactly, Micus. Not for robots. He wouldn't use robots. Why didn't Janaki use robots for the dig? It must have taken forever to excavate all this. I believe the answer is obvious, mistress. Well, Six, enlighten me. Why didn't Renba use robots? Robots cannot keep secrets, mistress. Every robot has a master. Even you? Certainly. Miari is my primary user, mistress. No way through this way. Alright, well, we'll go around another way. Nork was too slow, Renba used explosives. He didn't seem to know what he was doing. This way, Micus. Follow me. Explosive seems to have been Renba's downfall. Mistress, I must warn you, I do not trust him. I do not believe he is being honest with you. Oh, I'm not controlling this. I suspect there's something of value here he wishes to retrieve. What's that? By all the waken waters.
There were tents, carts, ropes and platforms. Renba must have had an army working here.
Oh.
And yet he had left it all behind. Just like that.
Got a first ad in 40 seconds. How good. Here's what we did for him, Micus. The pit we dug is within, and it is deep. What were you digging for, Yazzie? He did not say. But he showed no mercy, Micus. None. So all this was built before Renba went to Mercy. Renba must have found something here. Something that led him into the Cyclones. The robe and the brooch, perhaps? But how did he find this place? He can't have just stumbled across it. Ad break time. See you in a minute. Yeah, that's one of the things that I find sort of irritating about this is there's often things that are just sort of on rails, and there's no real indication as to when you're going to lose control of your character. You just kind of do sometimes. just gonna hang out until the ad break is done. Another 2 minutes, and then we'll go back to it. I still I have this whole thing, and none of it is clear to me. Like, what even is the purpose of this timeline? Like, I haven't had to use it for anything. I don't really get it. Another minute and 30 seconds, and then we will go back to it. I hate this ad nonsense, but for the sake of anybody watching, I don't want to talk while or play the game or do anything that's sort of relevant while the ads are playing, because people miss stuff and it's sort of irritating. So I'm just gonna chill for another minute, and then we go back to it. What should we do next after we finish this? We got a couple things. There's a lot of detective-y games coming up, puzzle-y games. I still have a few things that I need to go back and try, like Outer Wilds is something I still have to do. I want to do Stanley Parable as well. Things that I think would be fun that I haven't gotten around to playing yet. I'm kind of warm. I'm going to open the window. Four, three, two, one. Okay, we're back.
Happy New Year.
Rabbit never had a robot with him? Never. He must have been certain there was something to find. But what? This moon's as barren as they come. He did not say. And I was no longer here when he found it. Whatever it was. Must be some pit. What did Renba find? An eagle? Did he find more robots? I do not know. How long did this all take? I don't know, my kiss. He used workers in shifts. A few weeks and then change. The work was hard. The air here is thin. But what was he looking for? Why go to all this effort? He did not say. And I was no longer here when he found it. Whatever it was. We already talked about that. There's the cart. Yeah, see, I just lost control and I wasn't expecting to. For transporting rubble, we dug deep into the rock below. Something etched into the metal. Some glyphs to translate. This one is a broken fragment from a longer phrase. Long. No. Survive. So not long. Hopefully I can make some better guesses this time. Okay, well, so this is forever, and I think this is live. So maybe it's all. This feels like this is a time thing. So my guess is will. I believe it is itself old. It must have taken weeks to settle this up. Was it worth it, Renba? Did you find what you were looking for? Is there anything on this side? We can't go up there. Okay, well, at least it doesn't waste our time. Oh, it just walks me around the tent immediately. Okay, well, I wasn't quite done exploring there, but sure. How old are you, Yazzie? 34, mistress. I began working in the market when I was 8. 34? You could have been at the orphanage with me in Uroi. An orphanage would have been luxury. My parents sold me to her. No way in round here. Are your parents still alive? No. Well, we might as well explore while we're back here. Another mining cart. Of similar age to the previous. This one's also inscribed. Symbols etched deep into the metal. I'm not seeing anything even close to the second word. 1. Could be like, I think that's of. Toward. 4. And there's some words I found before that might help. Power. Enter. Pilgrim, maybe home. What is that? And how reliable is your core? Evidently, it is the core of my being, mistress. If it goes, I go. More tents? That's where you slept? It's empty now, of course. They all cleared out. Probably go up there, but we also have a carving. But this is not an ancient site, mistress. This place was built by Alberethians. They use these carvings quite blindly. More words I've not seen before. Similar, so we got something, and then we got like these, which are fire and light. So like this, just a guess. So this is about time, maybe once. Well, if this is and, this feels like not and to me. What is not and? Well, it's nand, which is neither. Maybe yet. Not I. This thing, I think, seems to indicate some sort of action. It doesn't make sense to me. Sort of guessing words. Don't really make a lot of sense. Tied up from the outside. My scanners don't suggest there's anyone inside. As I told you, they all left. Well, let's look inside. The knot's old, hard to... There. I'll wait out here. Why? There's a large winch inside my kiss, which I do not intend to meet again. You'll forgive me, I hope. Of course. You're with me, 6.
Darkness.
Mistress, watch your step.
An enormous pit had been cut into the rock below. It must have taken days to do. Weeks even.
It could be down there to be worth all this. Well, that's a good question. Let's look around. It's very dark in here. Indeed, mistress. I mean, it's too dark to work. Renba must have set up some lights. And in turn, mistress, there must be power. Uro would love this. Maybe Renba bought it from her. Evidently as a generator, mistress. Her friend Uro most likely made it. Let's see now. Light.
Wooden walkways spiraled down, held together by ropes and luck. You could tell this place was built by Elberethians.
Those walkways look unbelievably dangerous, mistress. This whole thing feels oddly like walking into a trap. Walkways poised to collapse. A pit big enough to hold an eagle. And yet you intend to walk into it? I sure do. Of course I intend to walk into it. The only way to understand a trap is to trigger it. True. That is possibly the stupidest thing I've ever heard, mistress. No, also true. Like, I want some of these, like, none of these boxes have any inscriptions or anything. Can I walk around them? This minecart, the other minecarts had inscriptions on them. Could go down, which I don't want to do yet. That's where I came in. So we will go check out the winchy thing, maybe? And we can go down? Inscription. This is 2 words, not 1. The word is 1 word, end, and the next start. Well, we have fall. Or what I thought was fall. Please remember the word fall, mistress. Oh, I was right about that, apparently. And then, like, do not, I think. Equally, when I say cheese runs amok, mistress, since the carvers do not know what they were carving. It doesn't say that. It's definitely 2 words, not 3. Fair. Do not fall at least kind of makes sense. Hello? There was a thing I could click on there. I guess this is what crushed Yazi's arm. They rebuilt it. Kept on working. Mistress, I do not think Renba had an ethical core, mistress. I think Renba might have been well suited to his robots. Lifting equipment. But not very good lifting equipment. Whatever Master Renba was doing here, mistress, he was doing it secretly, not well. True. Time to go down. Here goes. The walkway is extremely badly made. Mistress? Typical. Will it take my weight? I do not have enough data. Presumably you would not be the first to cross it. Yeah, I'll cross it. I go by the waters. I go by the waters. Ha! Made it. For reference, mistress, the next plank appears worse. How much worse? But 60%. Since the first did not break, however, that is unhelpful information. Here goes. Oh no. Bless the rivers. That was a little close. Not that way then. What other way is there? Is there another way down? There's only one other way down, mistress. Perhaps now we can leave. This plank was loose. I could probably drag it. Mistress, please. The hopper will not work under the tent canopy. If you fall, you will not fly up again. You'd find a way to get me out, though, wouldn't you? Your ethical core would demand it. I appreciate your faith in me, mistress, but I am not magical. There's no way I could jump that. Obviously not. I'm sure I can do this. This is going to work out fine. With luck, that should hold. Here goes nothing. Easy. That wasn't so bad. There's no way for me to follow, mistress. Then stay there. You can keep watch. I'll keep watch for your common sense, mistress. You've clearly dropped it somewhere. Can you see what's down there? Digging equipment? Now come back up. No. Well, there's certainly something buried down here, but I can't make out what. Whatever it is, mistress, it has been down here for some considerable time. I wonder what Yazzie is up to. Probably just hanging out, man. There's something here. An edge. And another ladder. Do I climb down or do I go over here? Let's go over here first. Another plank. Longer than the ones higher up. Will this one hold? Mistress, I beseech you. I might remind you, if you break your leg down here, you will stay until it heals. If I did break my leg, you would at least try to retrieve me? Would you at least try to retrieve me? No, mistress. The probabilities are clear. If you become unable to walk down here, I will give up immediately and return to Ix. No, you won't. Your ethical core wouldn't let you leave me. Mistress, you don't understand how my core functions. So? My core is statistical. It works on probabilities. If the probability is that you're already dead or cannot be saved, and if it holds no obligation over me. That doesn't sound very ethical to me. I confess it is a pragmatic design, mistress. My Ari assigned you to me to keep me safe. So I'm relying on you and your ethical core to do that. My ethical core cannot keep you safe, mistress. It merely limits my ability to harm you. By an action, you mean? Naturally. Or ill-considered action, but that is less relevant. I can, for instance, knock you unconscious before you jump into a crevasse. Thank you, that's very reassuring. Indeed, mistress. Well, here it goes. I assumed you heard the plank creaking, mistress. Bits of metal. Fittings, eyelets, hooks. Spare parts, and something else. There's something here. A typeset book bound in wood. It looks like something from the earliest days of the nebula. Bound in wood is weird. The spine seems to be marked, mistress. We got some more wordy words. This is the end of a longer line of text. Gods will towards. Sure, my translation for towards is right now. And will must be right too. So this is probably something to do with religion. I think this is like going to a place. So I guess it's maybe a temple. This is like an action. Go, maybe? A holy book? I wonder exactly what gods they had. Another generator. So are robots capable of hope? What a weird question to come out of nowhere. Certainly. We calculate odds, of course, but even the most unlikely outcomes must always eventually occur. Hope is a mathematical certainty. I like that. The mathematics does not care whether you like it or not, mistress. Let's see what's down here. It's like a ship. What is that? Is that a hull? It's beautiful. 6. This thing down here. It's a boat. Impossible, mistress. It's far too large to fly. Have you checked that? Evidently it's extremely big, mistress. Based on the curvature of the hull, 20 to 30 times the size of the Nightingale. Imagine it intact. An enormous hull, multiple sets of sails. How does it end up here? A wooden spar? Inset with metal rings for ropes. It's huge. Coming back across. Oh no, oof. Who could have predicted that coming? Mistress, are you alright? Ouch. I'm alright, more or less. There's some cloth here. It broke my fall. It's really thick and heavy. Must be almost 950 years old, mistress. Sailcloth. Here's what I don't understand, 6. The boat. How did Renba know it was there? It's a good question. It's a very good question, mistress. A metal ring. It's a hatch. It's etched with symbols in ancient. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other two. But they've got some elements in common. Blessing? Could still change my mind, but wins for blessing? I peered down into the dusty, gloomy space. Mistress, please do not stick your arm in there. Do you want to come down here and help? You are well aware I do not deal in hypotheticals, mistress. I'm thinking, I guess, about Renba finding robots on Mercy must be wrong. That box was old artifacts. Nothing to do with robots at all. Indeed, mistress. Maybe I can just... Mistress, there's something here. I found something. Some kind of glass? Crystal. So So why did the last emperor draw a map to the site from the mural, wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? The embers believe in the loop, mistress, but to be reborn you must be burned. Unlike all before him, the last emperor faced true death. Perhaps the emperor drew the map to tell his soul where to go. There's an inscription here. There's a few words in this one. What do we got? 4. 1. That isn't the word for 1. Okay. So what does this say? This probably means here. Maybe it's is. It looks really similar to death, but what are the chronicles of Mazwai that Huang's always reading about? I believe Mazwai was a pilgrim sailor. She writes about the various places of the nebula and about how the Great Loop has acted in these places. Mazwai believes in the Great Loop then? Mazwai is an original source for the hypothesis, mistress. As much as anything is a source in the loop, mistress. Master Huang says the book became common shortly after the establishment of the Holy Empire. But if Renba found the body of the last emperor on that moon near Mercy, why was he hiding robes and sending Mayari brooches? It seems clear you considered it a great secret. Why would someone wish to conceal that the last emperor had not been returned to the rivers? Perhaps because someone claims to be the emperor returned. Does anyone claim to be the emperor reborn? Not publicly, but the university, as you know, has its priesthood. They allocate power as they see fit. Renbo's a dedicated member, as is Professor Mayari. Are you saying Mayari claims to be an actual emperor? I do not know her, but if she did, what would a discovery such as Renba's mean for her? It would be bad. I'm coming back up. Mistress. I'm not going back down there again. Well then, mistress, the probability of collapse was steadily rising. Let's get back to the ship. Yazi, what are... Is he gonna be dead or gone or something on the other side? Oh, my head felt like it had been
My
cracked
head
open.
felt like it had been cracked open.
Did I get attacked?
I was not aboard the Nightingale.
Nope.
And there was no sign of the robot.
Voices coming from outside. It's simple. She has a ship, we need to leave. We can't just leave her here. The food is up but gone, the water too. She's from Iox. She has a robot. If I can come for you, someone will come for her. This is not good. I've got to find 6. 6 has the hopper. Emptied now. I recognize the man's voice. Any way to light it? Looks like it needs a taper. Probably shouldn't burn the tent down anyway. 6 wouldn't like it. Tied. From the outside this time. I'll need something to cut it with. I need to get out of here and back to the ship. Alright, I've got what I wanted. Time to go. Yazzie left me behind. There's no more time to waste. Good, solid glass. I could maybe... One of these should do for a dagger. One last slice. They've gone. Goddess preserve me, Aaliyah, but you're in trouble now. They're going for the ship. The woman was living here. Renba, you left someone behind. There's something under this crate. Hey, Spambot. Banned. It's a fractured necklace made of crystal. I would estimate it dates from the Holy Empire. Incredible craftsmanship, such tiny details worked in. The clasp has been inscribed too. The precision required for this. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Nothing. I could see what Huang thinks when I get back to Iox. Wow, literally nothing. I think this comes from the same site as the earring and the charred roll of paper I found before. We've got a lot of information on the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mural now. Oh, the robot is here. But that's not all. It seems to be a heavily scratched copper sextant, dating from at least the earliest days of the Empire. Looks like there's an inscription on the casing. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Oh, and we actually can do something here. Will... sail. I can add my translation for sail to my dictionary now. Okay, well, sail. So it's like we, but it could be like you in this case. This is sort of like live. So maybe this is free. You will sail free. I think this comes from the same source as the cup and the notched scimitar that I acquired on Elbarath. People back then must commonly frequented the two locations. This should help us locate its location. Where did 6 come from? 6. Mistress. I trust your cranium is intact. 6, I am glad to see you. Indeed, mistress. Where were you? I was biding my time, mistress. But now I believe it has been bidden quite enough. If I may, I believe we should leave this moon swiftly. Have you done something to the Nightingale? Nothing, mistress. But I do suggest we remove it. I will activate the hopper now. So we left the camp and returned to the ship. I did kind of want to look around more, but whatever. Aboard the Nightingale, we returned to the ship and sprang up into the water. Oh, we're just gonna leave those two people on the planet, I guess? Should sail to Ix and tell Miari what we've seen. Maybe. I think I can see them. I can see Yazi's limp. What do we do with those two down there? 6? Can't just leave them. You can hop her down and retrieve them, mistress. Do you think they'll try to overpower me? Steal the ship? That man has only one functional arm, mistress. I would say the odds are even or better. Alright, go and get them. Really, mistress? You came back for us. Let me make something clear right now. You try anything and I will toss you overboard. Yes, my kiss. What are we gonna do with you? There's nowhere in the nebula for us. On Elbereth we are slaves. I'll have to return to the market. I am owned. I don't want to choose for you. But I'm gonna take you somewhere. There is a moon, Renaki. I've heard of it. A market moon. We might find work there. You really don't want to go to Ix? Ix is a moon of devils. You are from Elbereth. Renaki, then. 6, chart our course. At least you're safe, Saya. No one is ever safe, Yazi. Yes, mistress. Oh boy, that's far away. Yeah, I want to get rid of these people. I want to drop them off and not have to deal with them again because they tried to hurt me. It would obviously make sense to do that rather than go somewhere else. Sailing to Renaki and the Renaki Reach via Ghostwake and the Lower Reach. I hope I don't have to, like, manually sail there the whole way because it's... I find this sailing actually kind of irritating. There are uncharted rivers to the right. Okay, then let's go to the right. Perhaps we should explore. The squirrel is outside. Hello, squirrel. He's outside. A telescope. Once he found it, that was when he left. He barely even tied up the tent. I think he took something similar from a ruin near Mercy. That might have been a telescope. Perhaps he was collecting them. The path turns right shortly, mistress, as should we. Okay. What makes a roboticist take up treasure hunting? What got him started? A robot mistress? By the waters. Aruk goes left, mistress. I want him to take over. I don't want to do this navigation. God, we're not even at Mercy. It's so far away.
The Ranaka Reach is famous for smashing boats to splinters. The Ranakas are said to make their boats from solid iron. I could see Yazi had been on a ship
I thought I gave control to 6. Why am I
He kept his
controlling it
balance
again?
with ease. It occurred to me then that he could probably sail.
I thought I gave control to 6. Why do I have to do it? guess it dates from the earliest days of the Nebula, Mistress.
The robot wasted no time.
Found a book almost blank, but for some indecipherable computations. It must have come from somewhere nearby. The cover has been written on, Mistress. More. What do we got here? All? Probably and? I believe you can be confident of your translation for all now, Mistress. It's something like I think this is like noun, I guess, because we have like light and fire are both something that are surrounded by this. Maybe it's knowledge. That doesn't make sense to me. Found a lot of stuff, at least. Some new glyphs. Go left momentarily, Mistress. Mistress, there's another airless wreck some distance away on the right. Okay, well. Gonna go there too. How can you possibly see it from this far away? The road leads straight ahead here, Mistress. I saw something just then. But we've passed it now. Oh well. We're not through it yet. The Renaki Reach. I guess there's some kind of structure at the water's edge. But it's gone now. Thanks. Very useful. Let's hop her down, 6. God, that took like 10 minutes. I don't know, I find the sailing kind of irritating. Renaki, a market moon. Perhaps Yazi and Saya can be happy here. Welcome to Renaki. Micahs. I didn't know there were places like this. I had heard, but Yazi, they're looking at us. They're looking at the robot. People are commonplace. You'll fit in. So, what should we do? Talk to people. There's water enough here. People here will need cleaners, housekeepers, gardeners. It's a hard thing, you ask. Eoxian, had we stolen your boat, we would have sailed forever and never found this place. Good faith to you. You left me to die, Yazi. We are not friends. Take care of yourself. What makes you say that? Can't you see it? Something around the eyes. And steel inside them. Do you think so? Don't you go falling in love with Anoxia, Yazzie, or I'll break your other arm. I grew up in an orphanage on Elbereth. I never knew my parents. If they were my parents, then you're better off without them. Are your parents still alive on Elbereth? I wouldn't care if they were. You're better off as you are, Aaliyah. Don't go chasing ghosts. You might find them. Good faith to you. I had a few days to pocket the treasures the Ioxian wretch left behind. This should be enough. Come on, Yazzie. And hold up your head. No, let's see if we can find anything I want.
We snuck out of the alley mouth into a bustling street.
Any signs of ruins on this moon? No, mistress. This moon appears well inhabited. Nothing here is old.
Hawkers shouted each other down about their wares.
I don't recognize half of these fruits. Do you grow them locally? I grow them in my tubs on my roofs. Would the lady care for a flat mango, perhaps? I'll have an apple. Just an apple? Fine, lady. I have buttermelons, ripe sourberries, wet fruit, carnival grapes, fizzy, just today. What are those? Ah, the lady is from Ajax. Something less exotic, then. Perhaps I can interest you in a kumquat fist? A what now? You heard. How about a red pomelo? You can't possibly object to one of those. I'm a stranger here. What should I see on Renaki? We're a simple moon. We have many traders. Many ships come and go. I wouldn't sail on one myself, naturally. Lanterns. These make a great noise when you smash them, Six. That's something I discovered. The people here seem affluent. My analysis suggests a high moisture content. Can't really talk to any of these people. Maybe I could retire somewhere like this. Seems comfortable. Let's see if there's anyone through here worth talking to.
The market of Renaka seemed to never end.
Hello,
Shoemakers sold boots to the fruit sellers, who sold sour apples to the knife makers, whose blades the shoemakers used to make boots. I don't know if anyone on Renaka ever slept, but if they did, I bet they bought and sold their dreams.
Pottery. They can't sell all of these, surely, unless they break them after every meal. This place is so happy. Can't imagine Elbereth being like this. Wealth. And distance from Ajax. Vases? I prefer them to the pots anyway. I can keep my paintbrushes in them if I painted. Or flowers.
A fountain was messing about in the middle of the square, spitting at passers-by.
Bread. Smells good. Must be fresh. Cannot imagine how it smells. It is made from moldering flowers. Is that correct? I don't think so, no. Excuse me. Yes? I'm new here. New to the market? To this moon. Do you mean you sailed here? You just sat down here to tell me that? Where are you from anyway? Elbereth. Oh. Elbereth isn't very nice, I'm told. I work mostly on Ajax. Ajax? Do they have a library? I always wanted to visit a real library. Ajax has 3. Thousands of books. Some are so old no one can read them. You're teasing me. I'm quite serious. I'd love to see it, but I could never sail. My soul is pure and I'll keep it that way. And what do you mean by that? And what everyone knows. The rivers damage the souls that sail them. How can you see the nebula if you don't sail? Do you really think like that? You don't find you lose anything out there? Like what? I don't go blind. I don't start talking in loops. The priests of the Great Loop are very clear about it. The rivers strip your soul. It's what they're made of, after all. The rivers are air and water. They're no more harmful than a hose pipe. Why they flow, I don't know, but I've never seen any souls lost out there. Of course. Excuse me. I didn't get much time. My father will have me back at the account soon enough. I'm looking for dealers in old artifacts. I'm told this is a market moon. It is as you see it, but I've never heard of anything like an artifact. Everyone here trades what people need. Anything you'd recommend? That depends what you need, of course. Good faith to you. And to you, I'm sure. Weird. This place doesn't seem wealthy compared to Ix. Ix is staggeringly wealthy, mistress. Ix is wealthy enough not to trade. Rugs. The pattern's similar to the one on the Nightingale. Mayari gave me that one. Half these stalls don't have merchants. Aren't they worried about thieves? Perhaps these people are rich enough to be honest. Or perhaps the punishment for stealing is extreme.
I could smell fried meat, spiced apple, fresh leather, wealth.
Shoes. Where's the shopkeeper? I could steal a pair and run off in them. Perhaps they're so badly made they would trip you up. Okay, we have an ad in 50 seconds, so we'll just let that start and I'll go grab another drink. So we'll be right back. Okay, well, we're back. However, we still have 20 more seconds of ad. And then we will resume. Two, one. Welcome back from the ad break. Here we go. Can you imagine a fountain like this on Elbereth? Just spilling water into the street? Where does the water come from? Is there a wellspring right here? No, mistress. I believe the water is pumped up and cycled. A show of wealth, then. Do you think anyone would stop me filling a bottle? I doubt the water is drinkable. The water would still be worth a goat or two on Elbereth, even if it isn't drinkable. Come back, there was like a lady I could talk to.
Then, from behind me, came the patter of steps.
Wait. Please. You want to come to Ix after all? No. Did you really come all the way from Ix? Does that seem so unlikely? I can't imagine it. Such a distance. Tell me about sailing. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. Unless it hurts your heart a little. You should try it with someone you trust. You're going now? Back to your ship? No, I wasn't planning on it. Back to Ix, is it far? Ix isn't too far. Here, I want you to take this. My father gave it to me. It's from somewhere. A library, he said. But I don't know what it might open. Thank you, it's beautiful. I'm sure it isn't worth anything, but if you manage to turn it anywhere, then tell me what you find. Bring me a book. It has been inscribed with tiny characters, mistress. They're really minuscule. Oh, wow. That's a big thing. Related words. Be grateful when you can find me. Let's see what I can do. Good faith, and my name is Mina. I wonder why she trusted me. You're unlike anyone she has met. She has no data. You mean she's guessing? Heuristically guessing, assessing, yes. I would like an apple, please. I'd just like an apple. Of course. I prefer jewelry and gold. You want to trade jewelry for fruit? Jewelry is very good for trading, good lady. So is fruit. How about this? I've seen worse, I suppose. Done. Your fruit, fine lady. I suppose your servo will carry it. My servo? You mean 6 here? Indeed, fine lady. I didn't own one, of course, but several of my rival growers employ them. Yours is in better condition than most, certainly. They work on the farms? Indeed, they pick very quickly, you see. But in my opinion, they tend to squash the more delicate fruits. Are there lots of servos here? Yes, a few hundred, perhaps? Good faith to you. a servo
A fat
up there.
man with a scarf flashed a cheeky smile at me as he walked away.
There's a woman that I can talk to, but she keeps fucking running away from me. There we go. Forgive me, but do you live on Aranaki? I do. What can you tell me about this moon? Or as you see us, I think. Most come here to trade. Good faith, lady. Oh, that wasn't a useful conversation. A cook. Hungry 6? Hilarious. Baskets. Woven from grass. One basket looks the same as another to me, mistress. Jars for water. Or oil, perhaps. They seem to sell everything here. Look in here. Those are lizards, aren't they? Gecko, all colors. You sell lizards? Buy gecko? Finest gecko. It climbs walls. Can reach hard to reach places. Sorry, I mean you sell geckos? How much does one cost? 33. Gecko now or gecko later? 6, I'm gonna buy a gecko. I will not carry it, mistress. Don't be a kumquat fist, gecko. 6. You'll like it. You two will be friends. You can bicker about me behind my back. I'm not having a gecko clambering around inside my lower drawers. Gecko? Gecko now, please. How about I give you a fruit? You have a deal. What do you think, 6? There's nothing like a rat. It has legs and crawls. Also, mistress, I think your gecko has escaped. Very possible. Gecko's very quick. Where did it go? Kraken stone. You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. You didn't tell me that before. I think you know how gecko work. Gecko very hard to catch. My job catching gecko is very hard. Do you know of any artifact dealers here? Gecko called Elenara, my mother's name. Do you know of any ancient ruins on Aranaki? Elenara is a good gecko, very soft. Gecko very practical, very clean. No bathing. But what is it used for? Gecko eats flies. You snaffle gecko, good price, good legs. I don't want a gecko, but my robot does. My mistress is tempting Eber. No robot gecko. Gecko live gecko. Please buy gecko. Gecko lonely. Need love. I mean, I bought one and it ran away.
The size of this place was nothing compared to Elbereth. But it was more packed with life. More colour, more people, more business, more hope.
Lizard seller must be a low status job. Well, I wish I kept my gecko. This looks interesting. Maybe a private space mistress. Or visitors. We're supposed to get lost. Who are you? I'm just looking around. And yet you wandered up here. For the view, perhaps? What do you want? I'm interested in ruins. Are you? I deal in the finest servos, as you can see. I'm looking for any old artifacts from this moon. You're a collector? I'm an archaeologist. Well, I'm a dealer. I already have a servo. Good lady, you have a robot. But that does not answer my question. What do you want? So, can you help me? These conversations don't make any sense. The observatory, then? You're after the observatory. What observatory? What observatory? You don't trick me. The last fool of a sailor I came across, and he was a fool. I mentioned the observatory and his ears pricked up like a kitten's. It was like he'd sat on a pin. Who was that? I have no idea. Some ratty little man dressed like a king. He all but lost his teeth at the mention of his observatory. Was his name Renba? I didn't ask his name. I just salted his dish and salted it again. He ate it up like a hungry dog. It passed the time. Why don't you tell me where it is so I can go? Why don't I? A shimmering idea. Perhaps I could throw in a servo into the bargain. What do you think? I'm only asking for information. Information is an asset. Alright then, what do you want? It's a fine-looking robot you have. You can't have my robot. Well then, mistress. It speaks. Wonderful. Pity you do not really want to find the observatory. I want to know what you have before I agree to anything. How old is the observatory? What state is it in? Let me tell you about the observatory. I've walked its corridors, seen ancient machines. It is built on 3 levels. Each is circular, each wider than the one above. So that it looks like it must topple from the sky. And yet it stands. But perhaps that is enough for you? That's not enough. I disagree, fine lady. Now we discuss a price. I don't like your terms. I can tell you about the corridors of glass. The machines like gigantic servos buried deep below the crust. Are you sure you won't trade? The robot isn't mine to trade. I know you're not mine to sell. Trust me, 6. This is the best thing for you. That does not seem likely. I won't trade. So be it. And so the observatory is lost once more. Just tell me. I'm a businessman. You'll find the doors over there. Such a pity. But if you ever find a servo, think of poor Amadou, his business drying up by the day. Mistress, what just happened? I don't trust that man. Further than I could spit. No point trading a robot for a false lead. I mean, I also just didn't want to trade the robot. But, you know, whatever. Berries. And other fruits. Amazing all these fruit sellers don't end up fighting each other. But possibly they do. Best not to go wandering off. It's a big moon. Please, one moment, but are you a local here? I've lived here all my life. Good faith to you. Is that it? Okay, well I guess we're done here. Unexplored ruin. Some unexplored ruins. Sight from the mural. Well, probably go back to the ship, I guess. Amethyst plums. Back to the ship. There's nothing here, 6. Yazi and Saya can keep this place. And so we left the surface of Renaki, the market moon, with rumors of 2 previously unknown sites. I mean, I did find rumors. That was about it. Nothing new, really. We should still to Ix and tell Mayari what we've seen. I mean, probably, but I don't have to. Saying about that boat Renba found. Found a fragment of anyway. The Empire never used ships that large, and it was too old, too long buried. You've never seen a ship like it? No wonder Renbo is so excited. There must have been a whole age before the Empire, when ships like great whales crawled the rivers, carrying things from one moon to another. Trading, mistress? Perhaps people lived on them. Can you imagine that? A boat which people live on? An age of sail. Before the Empire was founded. Before the Empire locked down the nebula. Mercy, Ix. Oh god, site of ancient library. Age of sail site. Age of sail site. I mean, I can't plot courses to these. Could plot a site to here. Let's just go to these ruins that I missed. We'll try to do that. And then we'll decide what we do after we go to all those ruins. Sailing to an unknown moon in the edge. Look out there, 6. Evidently, it is indeed beautiful, mistress. We'll need to go left shortly, mistress. The Nightingale herself must be an age of sail ship. She's about the right age, I think. And she's still river-worthy after all this time. The Edge. You did not think to give your ship to the curators in Ajax? an archaeological find after all. Do you think I should give the ship to Ajax? It seemed to me to be your job. Wow, Six, you're very sassy. But I am new to this, of course. To the ruin. A ruin. It is a ruin from the Age of Sail, mistress. This should only take a few moments, mistress. A moldering scrap of sailcloth. Embroidery in the fabric. It's the end of a longer line of text. What do we got? We got future. Actually, it probably is once. Water once. No, once has to be wrong. What else could it be? Let's try something. Over? Water overflow. I think that's right. I should get Hong's opinion on that when I get back to university. Most likely this comes from the same source as the dull crystal we found on Runquist dig site. Am I not navigating anywhere anymore? Oh my god, no, that's ridiculous. I don't want to do that. These are all like to go all the way around. That is absolutely insane. Well, I have to go to Mercy anyway if I'm going to go to those. Please take over 6. I believe I enjoy sailing. Oh, good, because I certainly don't. In real life, I do. Not in this game, though.
The soft, wet wind of Maerzi hadn't seemed gentle before. I could see it now. Maybe Remba really had liked this place.
Piggy. It's definitely her, isn't it? Definitely. The quality of carving is poor, but there are unmistakable details. Do people from Mercy sail then? Did they live on that Hermitage moon? Or did Remba take the statue with him and leave it there? It is unlikely to sail, mistress. Moons in the Protectorate are mostly without boats of their own. So people here aren't allowed to sail? Ajax doesn't let them? It's considered safer for everyone if sailing is centralized. People can request transportation if they require it. Ajax really is terrified of another fall, aren't they? Understandably, yes. Since the loop guarantees a fall is coming. What are you doing? The telescopes Renbo found. They must be linked to the observatory somehow. These scopes were perhaps in communication with each other, mistress. That enabled Remba to locate one from another. Perhaps their connection to the observatory might be similarly traceable?
I had the clay figurine with me, in my bag, wrapped up safely in a cloth.
I wonder if they can tell me what it was doing out here. Or out there. just gonna go. It's gonna cutscene me right up here. Okay. Hi, piggies.
Everything on Mayerzi was as we'd left it. The flowers still bloomed. The water still bubbled.
Greetings once more, stranger. Tell us quickly, did you find your man? I'm here about something else. I brought you something. Kibenya, where did you find this? On a distant moon by a ruined house. In the middle of a hurricane. This is a hermit's effigy, given to a hermit when they go out alone to remind them of the place that gave them birth. See, here, she opens. Do you see inside? Oh, writing. This one is a phrase run together. Waters, us, and us. Waters divide us and join us, maybe. Can you read it? A child could. This word, to separate. And this, to connect. How do you know? Not all that is lost is all lost. We remember pieces. We will put Kibenya back in the well shrine. She prefers the damp. She has been on a long journey, I think. Wait, something fell out. It's here in the grass. It's not part of the figurine? No. It's quite evident, mistress. That is a Rebeski foil. What is a Rebeski foil? I've never seen the internals of a robot, then? A foil is part of a robot? Indeed. A Rebeski foil is a small scrap of metal inscribed with enormous detail. It's like one of your fingerprints. The foil is yours if you want it, Ioxian. I hope you find it of value. Good faith to you, good lady. So did Renba hide the Rebeski foil inside the Merzian statue? He left it on that rocky moon to be found, and sent the brooch to Mayari to lead her on a trail to find it? And maybe it's connected to the last Emperor's body, but maybe it isn't. But if that was Renba's plan, mistress, why not simply send the foil? We need to find out what's on this foil. Elbereth, then. Probably. Is that an inscription? It has been mostly scratched away. Apparently I missed this the first time. This one is several words. Below. Holy water. No, well, we know holy. Holy water. I think this is like a negation. I think this is like some sort of verb. The holy water guard below quick. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I just sort of put stuff in and then eventually it tells me if it's right or wrong for whatever reason. touching scene, mistress. Perhaps we should return to the ship now, mistress. Let's get out of here. This way, mistress. Voop. So we left the surface of Mercy, the farming moon. We should sail to Ix and tell Mayari what we've seen. I mean, it's been telling me to do that for a while. The foil, mistress. I do not immediately recognize where it was produced. I wonder what Renwa knew about it. I will triangulate the origin of the foil as best I can, mistress. Saw a ruin here, but didn't land. I'm going to rest, Six. Very good, mistress. Where shall I take her? To Elbereth, perhaps? Sure. Can I do this every time? When I don't have to steer it? So Renvis found the last emperor on Reborn, but Mayari believes she is the last emperor. Does that give her a reason enough to want to keep Renvis silent? Does somehow make him and his ship and his findings just disappear? Pure speculation. It absolutely is. No one has ever said anything about Mayari believing she's an emperor or whatever. That's crazy. Speculation, but not wrong then. Indeed. I will visit the bar. Aaliyah, you're back. I always come back. One day I'll put up a sign on my bar. Aaliyah Elisra drank raki here. Sometimes she even paid her tab. I will wait here, mistress. I saw something terrible out in the cyclones. It burned out wreck of a ship. It belonged to someone at the university. He died out there. And it could have been you? Easily. Still might. I take some real risks out there alone. And sometimes you wonder why you do it. We all take risks, Aaliyah. Life is a risk. I just feel bad for him, that's all. Of course you do. Have a drink in his honor. Why don't you like robots? They don't buy drinks, do they? Here. I need it today. Ix will do that to you, I hear.
I had my first taste of Rucker when I was 8. I didn't pay for it that time either.
It's not the robots I mind, you know. It's the way they're always listening. A person should be free to say the wrong thing sometimes. 6 listens, but I don't think it cares what we say. I hope it never turns on you, that's all. I cannot turn on anyone. My ethical core prevents it. See? He was listening. I need to get someone to clean up this place. You're a cleaner, aren't you? No? Told you before, I'm not a cleaner. But of course you are. Picking through dead people's jewelry. Now look here, I have a present for you. A telescope. It looks like something from the Age of Sail. An heirloom, maybe. It has that look to it. Something that was old even when it was used. And there's an inscription on the casing. I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I can take a chance on what's left. It's like a verb. Follow me all places. Safe. Doesn't make sense. A device for watching the winds and flows of the rivers. Invaluable, especially if you didn't have a robot. It has that this comes from the same place as the cup and the notched scimitar I found here before. There must have been a strong connection between these two sites. This should make the Age of Sail site easier to find. What do I owe you? Nothing. Just don't stop stopping by. Now drink up. You want another Raka? No, please. Another time. I'll be seeing you 2 more. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. We have 1 new artifact to consider. Time to depart, mistress? I want to see you right before I leave. Very well, mistress. Does much grow here? It seems unlikely, and yet there are so many people. Barely anything. We rely on Ix, like everyone else. Speak to the gate. Set Boyaki Rafar. Kibenya. Zoop. Sleepy. You're now somewhat higher up than we were, mistress. Of course we are. We're inside the Citadel. What was the city built to be? What would you guess? The walls are fortified. It was a fortress or perhaps a place to store wealth. There's no wealth here. Unless you count people. Yeah, but there could have been. That's sort of the point. Good faith to you. Yes? Good faith to you. Yes? How was trade today? Bristling. To the yard. we should check in on Uroi. She must have finished with the crown by now, assuming she has not sold it and moved away. Bong. Hope your friend is still here, mistress.
From the back room, I heard a curse.
Ah, Aaliyah. Good. Quickly, come in. That thing you brought in. What did you make of it? First things first. Where did you find it? How? A box on an empty moon. Of all the boxes you could open. Did you ever hear of the Great Forge? A moon used in the early empire for crafting complex devices. Never seen anything so obviously made there before. You say devices? I think this sort of thing was common in the Holy Empire. Things people wore, things they carried, they're all functional, active. What did you find out what this crown does? No. I have no idea. I didn't try to turn it on. But you could. Are you serious? It's hundreds of years old. I mean, perhaps if I knew what it was powered by, but if I put the wrong amount of flow through it, I'll smoke the foil. I don't think we'd stay friends. This forge? Is it real? Not just a myth? It must have been real, and huge, employing hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Where? I have no idea. You're the archaeologist. But you could try. See what happens? You don't mind the risk? I'll most likely burn it out. You think that's likely? It's possible. We better not. I might be able to find out more about how it works another way. Thanks, Ori. Do you want it back or what? I'm not leaving with you to sell. Honestly, I'd rather it wasn't here. I'll keep it safe. I found a foil hidden in a statue. An old one. Hidden there by someone. You can't get much from a foil on its own. They all work in different ways depending on where and how they were made. Can you tell where this one was made? I doubt it. You're the archaeologist. It's quite something. Too delicate for empire work. This is either ancient or was made in ancient way. In the empire they carved these things by hand. They were useless. The ancients were better at making foils? Better than the empire? Of course. How do you think they made so many robots? Empire foils can barely store a picture. Found a strange shard of crystal. Thought you might be able to tell me what it is. I'm a technic, not a mystic healer, so I don't know. Rest it on your belly and see if it helps you break wind. I think this kind of crystal is significant in the Empire. More than just decoratively. You've got my interest. I'll take a look. But I'll need it back. I don't want to keep your junk a moment longer than I have to. I'll do it tonight, maybe. Thank you, Uroi. How's business? Still slow. Enjoy your robots, Aaliyah. Okay. Back to the ship, I guess? Found new location, a ruined library. Let's get out of here. Stand by, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elbereth. With rumors of an undiscovered site, the ruined library. Let's go to the ruined library. We should sell the Ajax and tell Mayari what we've seen, and I'm sure she wants to see the crown. Yeah, we should do that, but I'd rather explore more things. She was very mean to me at the start. I don't really have that much of a desire to be like, hey, what's up? Here's what's going on. I'd rather just go do what I feel like it. I'm going to rest 6. Very good, mistress. What's our heading? Back to Ajax? Oh no. So I've got to sail her, I guess, if we're going anywhere other than the main planets. Okay, well, where's that library? Oh, the ruined library is huge. Age of Sail site, ruined library, site of ancient library. We got those things. I'm going to the site from the mural. The nebula. What if the rivers aren't natural at all? What if they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that? What else could they be? What if they're drawn by a painter with a brush? Could such a thing be done? Imagine a ship dragging flows behind it the way a plow drags at a furrow, a tapestry of cloud and smoke. The wellsprings drive the flows, mistress. Don't tell me you believe the wellsprings are natural. They exist in nature, mistress. Is that my gecko? 6, look, the gecko came with us. I am aware. You don't like the gecko? How did the gecko come with us? I do not wish to talk about it, mistress. said, stay awake forever, trapped in the rivers, formless. It said the gathering ghosts wake. It said you can hear their helpless cries. I think the site from the mural is nearby. That would make sense. We could try looking here. And we sure could, yeah. Mistress, some distance away ahead, a structure of some kind. Oh, it absolutely freaked out. Okay, we are sailing normally once more. We have entered an area of weaker flow once more, mistress. A ruin. I would guess it dates from the Ioxian Empire, mistress. I will investigate, mistress. I've seen markings on this thing before. On the side of my ship. It appears to be inscribed, mistress. Related words. Star? Hello, how you doing? Said, how are you doing? Music sings and gives joy? No, that doesn't really make sense to me. Music sings and gives joy all. That doesn't make sense to me at all. We must be nearly there. I should make the exact spot we're currently hunting easier to find. It's good to be back on a real river again. It's hard to believe this might once have been a busy waterway. Place filled with people coming and going. It seems so empty now. People are highly transient, mistress. What is going on with this thing? They're forever moving around. Okay, that just zooted me across space and time for some reason. And it's doing it again. This, like, is this because it's unexplored or because it, like, launches me when I go in there? We have an ad starting shortly. those are all... Yeah, I can't... I don't think I can go through those. Is that it? Is that what we're looking for? Let's bring it to land. 6. Oh, that's what I'm looking for, I guess. Good timing, given we have an ad starting in 5 seconds. The site from the mural. The last emperor had drawn a map to this place, but why? Let's find out. See you in a bit.
Of all the sites I travelled to with the robot, most of them seemed lost, abandoned. But this one felt like it had been hidden.
Oh, now we gotta chill for another couple minutes. So I will be right back. And welcome back. Annoyingly, it played a little cutscene and landed us on the moon, and it was like, this place doesn't look abandoned like everyone else has, and that was everyone else we've gotten has. And that's all that's happened. As soon as we like landed, I just paused. The lanterns are still all burning. 6. Are there people here? There's only one living person on this moon, mistress. You. Bless the wind. This could have been built yesterday. Okay. There's something worked into the stone. Beneath the ivy. An inscription. I know one of these words. I'll guess the rest. I mean, it's short, so so this is like fire, so it's like energy or lightning or something. I think this is to do with people. This is like not, this is place. Place not yours, maybe? Or not people energy, so like peace maybe? In peace we find peace. That feels weird, but sure. Sounds pleasant. Well, I can sneak around. I most certainly cannot. I'm gonna look at the gate. You don't think you can make it? If I were to topple, mistress, it is not as though I could grab on to something to save myself. A gate. The main gate. The ancients never had the foresight to leave their doors unlocked. Some kind of courtyard? A horned statue. An ancient goddess guarding her space. Is this place a temple? No good. No, mistress. I do not believe there is a keyhole. No keyhole? So how did people get in? It may function like the gate on Elbereth, mistress. There may be a passphrase or some other mechanism. There must be a way through. Of course, mistress. There's a hopper eye inside the courtyard, if I may. Go ahead. Wait, mistress. Well, this gets both of us in, I guess. The wind died.
The wind died.
We're intact? I believe so, mistress.
The smell of flowers flooded the misty air.
Strange layout for a temple. No shrines, no priest quarters. Leant over a flower and inhaled deeply. Musk and rose. A perfume garden. So what is this place? There's a high diversity in the plants and flowers. I would suggest some kind of botanical garden. Did this gate ever open? There are no hinges. Is this some kind of devotional garden? A monastery rather than a temple, maybe? Ah, there's something here. A silver sextant. It looks like it dates from the Age of Sail. The casing has been carved with symbols too. Like, these things are hundreds of years old and they're just like lying on the floor and no one has ever found them. It's very weird to me. When? Move? I believe you're correct with the when, mistress. I'm also certain of a move. Fall? So this is like action, like down person. So maybe this is like sky because it's like more verb. It's light, but this is, I don't believe it. I don't think hope is correct. This comes from the same source as the scrap of sailcloth and the dull crystal we found earlier, I think. This should help us work out where to look for the Age of Sail site. Why? Like, I don't understand why that Some kind of temple to the Horned Goddess. So why did the last emperor draw a map to here? Waiting for some kind of pieces, he lay dying. The emperor is dying with no way to be burned, no way to be reborn. Unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. I really don't understand like how the artifacts that we find, one, are just there, and two, how they help us find where they came from. This place is perfect. It seems quite apparent. It's more than 1,500 years old. Yeah, it's 1,000 years old, and yet there's a thing. Just like stuff just on the ground. You sound like you don't approve of the Protectorate. I'm neither for nor against it in principle, miss, although it does not appear sustainable. So much water. More water than I've ever seen in my life. I believe this is called a river, mistress. How do you know that? I cannot be sure, mistress, but I believe I've seen them before. I thought you couldn't remember anything. I cannot. And yet I know that that is a river. Just as I know how to say, eek! By the waters. Have you broken a bone, mistress? If your ankle is damaged, you will not be able to jump back. I'm intact. Which is more than can be said for the bridge. I don't think I can jump back. I'm still breathless. And I don't understand what this bar mechanic is for either. It's basically never occurred other than the few times where this has happened. How did that happen anyway? The constant action of water is highly destructive, mistress. It ruptures stone as surely as it ruptures the aging neurons within your own brain. Waters above. Mistress. I am most relieved to be within reach of you once more. I wonder what that place across the river was. Maybe there's another way around. Maybe. I mean, I could probably jump it again. I'm not trying that again. Okay, I guess we go around. Somehow. Isn't the Protectorate too many moons to manage? There are no threats at present. Still no doubt this eases the situation. Stuck. But then again, a tree has demolished the corridor beyond. The same fate will eventually overtake this place, mistress. Perhaps we could finish our explorations before that happens. And this one's locked. There might be a key somewhere. That is a ridiculous idea, mistress. Why would anyone lock a door if they intend to leave the key lying around nearby? Perhaps they were absent-minded. Mistress, really. I do not wish to have to report this kind of nonsense to Professor Mayari. Mistress, is something the matter? I'm detecting certain elevated emotional markers. Like what? Shortness of tone, mistress. Lack of compromise. Markers. You're a robot, 6. I don't need to be nice to you. But I want to be nice to you. I'm not meaning to be mean. There's something under the ivy here. That's the eagle and sun, the symbol of the Axian Empire. This is an Empire period ruin. About 1,000 years more recent than you thought. There's another inscription along the edge of the design. More words. There's a few words in this one. Myself, place, is Empress. Done something wrong. Empress. Place. Is. Than. I'm sure my translation for place is correct now. I don't have any of the like holy things. This is definitely like a person. But I think this makes it like an object maybe. Could be this. It looks like emperor. Emperors maybe belonging to the emperor. This place is emperors. That will do for now. I wonder what that... This place is an emperor's garden? I thought you said this place was thousands of years old. I was wrong, mistress. I was guessing. Well, let's go through here. But I believe the statue is thousands of years old, all the same. Older than the rest of the site, if you like. But if this is a Holy Empire site, the ancient gods shouldn't be here at all. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. I can't get anything from it. What do you make of it, 6? Mistress, the frieze. There really was a lot of writing here once, mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. But I believe some characters can still be seen. Oh, oh wow, there is a lot of writing there. Damn. This one is a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. No idea. Oh, and I just can't translate it? Empires. Emperors. People, knowledge. I mean, that's all I got, really. An intact Empire Site 6. Everything on Onyx was rebuilt after the fall, but this place was never destroyed. We must assume it was never found. We can get through here. That's enough. Is that a tree sticking out of the roof? It's amazing this place is still standing. I want to go down here first. What's this? What have we got? This is a clay flagon for ceremonial occasions. I think it dates from the Age of Sail. There's some carved glyphs across the bottom. This one is a phrase run together. Yourself with oh no, maybe it's not with, it's in. I I can add my translation for into my dictionary now. I'm convinced of this too. Like not life, maybe. Drown in this sort of water, but verb belonging. Cup. Drown yourself in this cup. Most likely this comes from the same side as the telescope and the heavily scratched sextant that were given on Elbereth. That suggests people often travel to both the two locations. This will make the site easier to locate. Back to the glass house. This looks like a jungle in there. Very warm and moist environment. Try the door. Stuck? Stuck. Why is every door in this place stuck? Do we turn back now? I don't have to jump that fallen bridge again. There's got to be another way inside. Perhaps you could smash a window and climb over the glass, mistress. A narrow gap. There might be another door at the back. Perhaps, mistress, but I will not fit. Then try not to rust out here. I won't be long. Mistress. The robot's always so sad when you leave the robot alone. By the goddess. So many thorns. I'm not going back that way if I can help it.
The air inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
Still flowing. After all this time, I would have thought it would be clogged with moss and dirt. It's peaceful here. I just hope my shoulder doesn't go straight through. Eek. Mistress, I found a way in. So I see. Thanks for waiting. I see you are still undamaged, mistress. That is true. Come on. The tree. It's even bigger close up. Reminds me of the Tree of Knowledge on Ix. Wait, mistress. Something among the leaves. It's a curved shard of hard board from a boat's hull, dating from the age of sail. Look at the carvings. Someone took time over this. And there's an inscription on it. Oh, long inscription. I feel like we're making progress with the language, though. This is broken off. Oh, man. Will offers and us. That's probably not right. Skies. Mistress, that translation is clearly incorrect. It must be another phrasing. Yeah, it's not offers. So, skies will and us. Those aren't the symbols for skies at all. This is day, when, time. Winds, maybe? Will, live, save, guide. I'll go with guide. Does time and winds will guide us work? Kind of. I think this comes from the same place as the sextant we found here before. This should make the Age of Sail site easier to find. Oh, there's another door there. This is quite a collection, mistress. These plants must have once been assembled. Someone's prized collection? Assembled over many years, I should imagine. Interesting. The tree is the same as the one from Iox, mistress. There's another way across the water. The tree looks smaller to me. Maybe there's light here. Or the tree is a cutting of the one from Iox. But I said I believe you're mistaken. There's an inscription here. Around the stones of the base. Ooh, another long one. We making even more progress? This one is several words. Oh my gosh. Rivers. Never. Shall. Never. Place. I. Shall? That's not right. Done something wrong. Yeah, it's not shall. So like when? Something rivers. Never. Place. This. That doesn't feel right. Also not when. Okay, so I just don't have when. Maybe. This. Place. Never. Rivers. Another long one, but I think I'm going to say rivers. So this is time. What rivers never break? Maybe may rivers never break this place. Probably what it should have been. Can I change that? May? Rivers never... And does that save anything? Like, does it change anything? Doesn't look like it. Can you tell time by the sundial on Iox, mistress? Huang claims he can, but... But what? Let's just say Huang isn't entirely honest. Though he doesn't lie so much as daydream. Mistress, please. You cannot expect me to cross that. I'll topple into the water and sink. I crossed it already. It's perfectly safe. Indeed. I know you have lost robots before. 5 of them? I do not intend to increase your score. Stay there then. Mistress, you are infuriating. Be advised, I will hopper myself to the boat if I so much as teeter, and I do not guarantee I will return. I'm glad you made it. It would have been like 4 all over again if you'd fallen. I did not enjoy that, mistress. I found the risk most uncomfortable. Stop complaining. Next time, wait in the ship. I cannot. A door. Locked or stuck, maybe. Well, let's go up here.
Stone markers huddled together,
Graveyard?
whispering nasty things about me.
Like the one behind the hermitage where Renba died. Got my breath back at least. There's so many of these markers. Marking what? This might have once been inscribed, but it's been worn smooth. This one's in better condition, still legibly carved. Ooh, we can translate. Related words. So this is like a not. Not all, so some. Some of us follow maybe that's not follow. Some of us have lived low you. Some of us have lived old times. Probably not right. This one isn't carved at all. But there's something inside the niche at the front. A shard from a ring of crystal. We found a lot of stuff here. I guess it dates from the Empire? Look there. It's small, but there's an eagle and sun motif. Around the surface is something inscribed, mistress. I can hardly see the glyphs, they're so small. This one is a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. Time. That one wouldn't be right, I think. I. 4. Certain my translation for I is right now. I'm also sure of time. Excellent. So this looks like some sort of live. It's probably not die. I watch for tomorrow. So this is like a time indicator. So this is never and then referencing like me included. Next time. I watch for next time, maybe? That kind of makes sense as a sentence. I think this comes from the same size as square foil and the dagger we found earlier. Having another artifact should be helpful in pinning down where these were made. This should help us locate the ruined library. There are niches in all of these markers. They're empty. Looted or left that way. This one's worn smooth. It's a pathway. How about this one? Ah, the inscription on this one is readable. To translations. Got a few of these words in my notebook, but I'll have to take a stab at what's left. Strength. We got never. Rests. This is like sort of some sort of knowledge, bless, something stone. Mind. I don't believe that that's into. On. Perhaps if I translate some more, I'll get a clearer picture. Perhaps. Ooh, milk. Stone marker. Nothing on this one. Broken steps. These don't look very safe anymore. Allow me a moment. To record this in my app. Six, what have you seen? Six? That cursed thing is gone. No, I like six. It's not a cursed. Well, seems clear no one ever lived here. It's definitely not a temple. So why go to so much trouble to build all this? I finished my researches, mistress. My conclusions are, I feel worthless. This one seems to be made of older stone than the others. That was my opinion too, mistress. Indeed different. Older and from a different source. And there's something up here. A hoop of metal. I wonder if there's one of these on top of the shrine we found on the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones. Heavy, but perhaps not as heavy as I had expected. Mistress, please put that down. But what's so special about it? If you cannot see that, mistress, what kind of archaeologist are you? What are you talking about now? You humans have no eyes. You didn't understand what you were holding. So, what is it? Delicate. Put it down. I'm just gonna leave it here. It's valuable and important, Six. And worth some further study. Look, there are symbols inscribed on the inside curve. We speak for those who have no voices. That at least makes sense. What is this thing? Is this some kind of recording device? I feel sure I've seen something like this before somewhere. We might be able to trace where it's from. Perhaps there were metal hoops on all of these shrines originally. They might have been looted if they were valuable. This isn't a temple then. It didn't look much like one. This one's set apart from the others, and it's inscribed. Ooh, another big one. This one's a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Oh my. Will forgot I defend wins? This doesn't feel right. Nope, not wins. Defend The X normally goes before something, so I don't think it's towards. Will. Still like I. Rivers. I think my translation defend can't be correct anymore. Yeah. Can't be from. Must? From? Kind of only is the only thing that really makes sense with rivers. I will forgot from rivers. That will do for now. I wonder what it means. Every time I think I've got the hang of ancient, there's always more I don't understand. But by the waters, the air must be getting thinner. Take your time, mistress. This location is extremely unsafe. The wind was
strong up here. It wanted to grab you by the waist and chuck you down the cliff.
You can see Elbereth, mistress, through the haze. You don't think this place was built to view Elbereth? No, mistress. Elbereth is ferociously ugly. Oh, thank you. That's my home. Mistress, please. Are you trying to break your neck? These two seem in better condition than those below. The stone isn't worn so much up here. Ow. What was that? Interesting. Mistress, as you discovered experimentally, the shrine is indeed powered. They're machines? No, mistress. The stones are merely stones. This one is charged. Aligned magnetic radiation, mistress, similar to that which aligns and conveys the rivers. I don't know what I'm hoping for here. There is no need. Evidently, it is quite powerless. The shrine outside the hermitage where Renba died. It was like these, I suppose. And just like these, it had run out of power. That seems likely, mistress. The Rubeski foil from inside the figurine 6. That must have been part of how the hermitage shrine worked. I wonder if this might do something. Nothing. What exactly are you expecting, mistress? The shrine is only a rock. A powered rock, but still a rock. Foil is only a storage device, mistress. If there's anything stored inside the Rubeski foil, mistress, it would require something else to be displayed. Let's see if we have any more luck with this. Oh my. It spoke with the voice of a child. 6, what is happening? It's simply a recording, mistress, and it will not last long. Please, what is a recording? Who are you? You do not know who I am? No? I should have you killed for that. Just tell me who you are. My name is Kaya. I can't see you. It's so very dark. Why can't I see you? Where am I? Tell me where you think you are, Kaya. The orangery, of course. Where is Alpha? She screamed. Who's Alpha? My wife in waiting. She should be here. I can't feel my legs. Where is the orangery? Above the withering place, of course. You should know that. Why don't you know that? Who are you? Of course I know. The power is failing, mistress. You must ask what you want to ask. What is the withering place? Where is it? The Palace of Mechanicals. You would not understand. Have I been asleep? Mistress, the power in the plinth has failed. Poor Kaya. Whoever she was. What should I do, Six? It's up to you, mistress. I am a machine, but I did not get the impression the child wished to be here. Maybe we'll be able to talk to her again. I'll be careful with you, I promise. I wonder what Huang would make of her. Who do you think she was? The ghost in the shrine. I do not know, mistress, but I cannot imagine most people recorded in this way. So the ghost was royalty? At least. How old is that recording, Six? Evidently it's hard to be certain, mistress. I would guess almost 350 years. And you've been stuck inside a figurine all that time? Mistress Kaya is not stuck anywhere, mistress. Evidently is merely a recording. Can you really record a whole person? Given enough time, perhaps. Once again, mistress, you've forgotten who you are talking to. Nothing. Just a rock. You could take this thing back to Elbreth and show Oroi. She might be able to explain what just happened. Were we talking to the voice of a dead emperor? Indeed. Old emperors to advise new ones. Immortality of a kind. The gardens here are quite remarkable, but the graves are surprisingly simple. No great tombs or mausoleums. Come on, Six. Truly a most fortuitous find, mistress. Perhaps we should return to the ship now? Not just yet. I would have expected something grander for an emperor. A tomb, a mausoleum. The graves are so small. These are not public graves, mistress. There's no one here to impress. More markings here. I know one of these words. I can guess the others. Sleep in peace. My. Children? It's a good moon for a graveyard. Said the weather here was calm. Whoever built this place had their pick of moons, mistress. This one's buried. I need a machete to find any inscriptions. So the Emperor hiding on the hideout moon. They brought the shrine and the foil with them. And they hid the foil inside the figurine. Kaya must have been important to him. The last Emperor was truly intending to hide for the remainder of his life. Well, mistress, I have observed that most humans do not wish to be alone. I wonder who she was. Who she really was. Smooth. Old Elberethan story about a boy who gets washed into the rivers. He drowns, of course, then comes back as a fish. I've always said Elbereth is a terrible place, mistress. There's more water here than I've ever seen. Enough water for Elbereth 3 times over. If only there's a way to transport water. Stone marker. Here's another. This is the end of a longer line of text. Stars. I. Forgot. And. No, it can't be that. Does not? I don't think that can be right. That's not right. I don't think this is right either. No, so it's not I that I'm... Stars... Or forgot... Stars... And... Yeah, that's it. Nope. And just not... Stars. Forgot... And... Rest, is that it? So that can't be the ancient for forgot. So it looks like place. Here. Remember. Separation. Rest here and remember separation work? I mean, kinda. A stone setting. Either someone was making preparations, this place was abandoned, or the shrine that stood here was removed. This whole place 6. It must have been once filled with voices like Kaya's. I had atop every shrine, all talking, arguing, laughing. This place was a haven, and now you could hear a pebble drop. Locked. Anyway, it doesn't look safe out that way. There's nothing but sky down there. If Emperor took Kaya to the ruined moon and hid her, then it wasn't Renba who hid the foil at all. He didn't even find it. Emperor really was a terrible archaeologist. No, I'm keeping the hoop. Okay, I guess we try to go at this door on the left, and then if we can't, we go back to the ship. Where is this hoop made, I wonder? Unclear, mistress, but we may be able to locate its origin. Okay, so that door is the end of it. The real question is the Withering Place, Palace. If that recording was made there, who knows what else is recorded? Who knows what they know? Back to the ship now, 6. And then I think that will be it for me. We're going to get a new ad break in 5 minutes anyway, and this is a good enough place to stop. And I've got to stop soon anyway, so probably where we'll call it. And so we left the surface of the Emperor's Graveyard with enough new evidence to find 2 previously unknown sites. That leaves us a little bit of intrigue for the next time. Get a bunch of things that we want to explore and find out more about. So that gives us the motivation to come back for next time, which will probably be next Saturday. I do wish to take a quick look at the map and see what those places that we may have unlocked are. Curious Place Mistress, so much water. If we could ship it,